I'm good, yeah, I'm feeling alright. Baby, I'ma have the best fucking night of my life. And wherever it takes me, I'm down for the ride. Baby, don't you know I'm good, yeah, I'm feeling alright. Cause I'm good, yeah, I'm feeling alright. Baby, I'ma have the best fucking night of my life. And wherever it takes me, I'm down for the ride. Baby, don't you know I'm good, yeah, I'm feeling alright.
Hello and welcome to another installment of Xero Uncut. I'm Xero.
And I'm Bobby, and I just got a very weird text to open the show. So we're
Did
good.
you?
I'll explain that. Yeah, as we clicked go live, the text came through, and I'm like,
Okay. Yeah.
I will not
fair enough.
repeat on air what was said.
No, that's cool. No, we'll get into that afterwards.
Let's just say this: it involves Fast and Furious, which comes out Friday.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah. We'll have to discuss it afterwards then. So then, anyway, well, yeah. So how are you this week, anyway? Then.
I'm doing pretty good. A lot of news to cover.
Yeah, definitely this week, innit? So.
Yeah. I would say things are going pretty good. What about you, my friend?
Yeah, I'm alright. Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say most of the news today has actually come down at a sensible time today. It's not come down within like the half hour before the show, like normally.
Yeah, well, we've been lucky recently because the podcast I listen to usually, as soon as they news will come down Wednesday and they record Tuesday, so they have to wait a whole week to talk about it.
Yeah.
So they're like as soon as we wrap on Tuesday, it's like yeah.
Fair enough.
No. What do you want to start with? What do you want to talk about?
Yeah, what do you want to talk about? Well, then we might as well come up with the big news of the day then. So, well, it's obviously big news for other people. I don't really care about it really, but we've got to cover it anyway. So let's get into this then. So today, Warner Brothers Discovery announced AEW Collision on a Saturday. It's going to be launching Saturday, June the 17th at 8 p.m.
8 Eastern. 8 Eastern.
7 Central, yeah. Obviously, this is the official poster for it. As you can see, that's the roster members there, apparently.
Some names on there threw me off. I'm not going to lie to you.
Well, this is the ones that are willing to work with a certain Mr. Punk.
Yeah, well, FTR being there, not shocked. Miro and Thunder Rosa came back last week. That was the theory. House of Black, I guess. Hobbs, I guess. Samoa Joe, sure. But Orange Cassidy and MJF and Andrade?
Yeah, that's weird because why would they have MJF on Collision when obviously he's because he's champion, isn't he? So they not actually because what they're saying is as well is part of he's
got to be pulling double duty.
Yeah, well, this is the thing.
Way.
Because according to the official press release, which is here, if anyone wants to pause it, they can obviously read that. I'm not reading all that off. But
I didn't even read that. So
Well, according to the press release and according to other news that's come on down, it's being announced. Well, it's been announced or it's being announced that basically that Tony Khan is going to be doing a hard brand split.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So those ones who are advertised for Collision will be Collision.
Yeah. So pretty much anybody who is willing to work with Punk.
Yeah,
is going Collision. To Saturday.
Yeah.
Or is doing both.
Basically.
They're not going to be banned from Wednesdays if they're willing to work with them. They'll do both. But if you don't want to work with Punk,
you just work Saturday. Yeah,
you're on Wednesday. No, wait, yeah, and also I find it funny. It's I fought Sammy Guevara backstage on Saturdays.
Yeah,
Andrade, Miro. Eddie Kingston probably would have been there if he didn't go back to ROH.
Yeah, and I know as well with the press release as well, they also announced the new taping schedules. So obviously they've got rid of Dark now, so Dark's completely gone. So that's going to be gone. So what they're actually doing now is Rampage will be filmed every Wednesday after Dynamite. So basically, so they're going to be filming. Yes, they're going to be filming Rampage straight after Dynamite weekly. So there won't actually be any live Rampages. All of them are going to be pre-taped, by the sounds of it, at the moment.
Well, that's not anything different than what they do now.
Rampage as well is going to be kind of like the new
Dark.
Yeah, it's going to be kind of like the new Dark. So obviously, you can have all your showcase talents and stuff out on there.
The shows maybe before the pay-per-views will be live.
Yeah, possibly, yeah. And then
Maybe.
and then on a Saturday, then obviously then filming. They're doing obviously then this new 2 hour collision, and then straight after that they're filming Ring of Honor as well. So Ring of Honor's getting filmed.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
So
I guess on weeks they do a live Rampage, you can just do a double taping of ROH.
yeah, I guess, or they'll pull the Ring of Honor taping to the time when they do the live Rampage. So say like they're doing a live Rampage, they can just put ROH on after. Well, do
Well,
Rampage.
that's what I'm saying. You can get 2 weeks worth of ROH that week instead of 1 week. You know.
Yeah.
Now, did it say anything about Full Gear? The November pay-per-view?
I don't think it did. Let me just load it up on my phone because I can read it clearer than what I can do on this screen. I'm sure it said, because I actually downloaded the press release obviously earlier on. So let me then just load it up. So, right. So let me just quickly skim through it. Right. So one of the other things as well is it's saying that the extra sub little bits like AEW All Access and stuff like that, all the extra little bits and pieces that they do, they're all moving to HBO Max. So they're going to all be on that basically going forward.
Oh, they're putting All Access. You know, I watched a little bit of that show. It didn't look terrible. Now, some of the stuff was obviously very scripted. But, you know, like Britt Baker and Adam Cole were in a car, and Adam Cole's like, I haven't even told you this yet. And I'm like, all right, this is...
Yeah.
But, like, to see who's friends backstage, I'm always intrigued by that.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't... No, it doesn't say anything about the pay-per-view on here.
It's interesting because Full Gear is always on a Saturday.
Yeah.
Because they don't want to mess with the NFL.
Yeah. Well, there's been rumors going around today that they reckon that all the pay-per-views are going to move to Sundays.
That's what I'm saying. They don't want to mess with... If they strictly don't want to mess with the NFL, they won't. Unless...
They might not have an option to, obviously, if they've moved over to Saturday, wouldn't they?
Unless you do that 1 week is like...
Unless that one weekend's thingy is not...
You put it on Sunday night or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or you pre... No, you can't really pre-tape it because then... Yeah, I don't know. I mean... Personally, I like Saturday pay-per-views. I mean...
Yeah.
Them doing... not Full Gear. Them doing All Out and Double or Nothing on Sundays are great because everybody is off the next day. So those, no problem. I understand why they did Saturdays for those, but the other two, and All In, I get doing on a Sunday because it's, I think 3 p.m. our time will be the start.
Probably, yeah.
So like, God forbid, like at the most, it's gonna end at 8 o'clock our time, which is not bad.
Yeah.
You know.
Right. I've just actually seen something interesting come down. This is from Fightful, I actually believe. It's literally just come down whilst we've actually been on air. So, we were talking about that promotional poster.
With Orange Cassidy and MJF.
Yeah. This is quite interesting, and this actually explains a little bit more into it. So, this is the report from Fightful. It says, the story making the rounds about AEW backstage today is at Dynamite is that a decision was made that Ace Steel would not be working backstage at the actual Collision tapings. As you might imagine, that left Punk and AEW on opposite sides of the discussion, which in turn has led to Punk being removed from all promotional material released for the AEW Collision series. One person believed MJF replaced Punk in the promotional graphic for the series, but we've not been able to confirm that. It says, for those who have asked what's happened with CM Punk, or why CM Punk was not announced for Collision today, the rumor making the rounds is that Punk and AEW are at odds again currently, now over the status of the return of Ace Steel. In asking around, there appears to be something to that situation. The belief amongst those that we've spoken with is that Steel was expected to return in conjunction with Punk next month, working behind the scenes. So basically, because they don't want Ace Steel there, Punk's now probably someone who said, "I'm not coming back." Then basically,
Punk's
so that's what,
Punk is such a moron. Like,
yeah. So that's why they've put MJF on there, because for the minute MJF is replacing Punk.
If that's true, if he doesn't want to come back because they're not taking Ace Steel back,
Yeah.
oh, for the love of God, Punk! What, like, I'll never understand that, man. Like, he left WWE, he wasn't happy. Okay, fine. He came to AEW.
Yeah.
They gave him the belt. They gave him all these high profile feuds.
Yeah.
And he's still not happy.
No.
At this point, you just got to be like, all right, dude, I don't know what you want, but bye.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, but no, it's I just seen that come down and I thought, oh, that's quite interesting. So there seems to be more behind it.
You said that's from Fightful? I don't have Twitter on my iPad. So.
I don't know whether it is. I've just seen somebody posting it. It seems it could be from there. I'm not sure whether it's from there or PW Insider. It could be PW Insider. Actually, looking at it.
Yeah,
it's PW Insider. Yeah, it's PW Insider's reporting that Punk got Ace Steele's job back, but will be working remotely. So Punk got mad. Yeah, so Punk's got mad basically and got pulled off of the promotional materials.
Let me see if I can find that. Let me see.
It's on PW Insider apparently.
Yeah, I just need to see it, you know how I am.
Oh, right, okay.
All right, PWInsider.com. Here we go. Why CM Punk was pulled from AEW Collision taping?
That'd be it. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I thought it was Fightful.
Or not taping. Sorry. Announcement.
Yeah.
However. Wait, maybe that's why Jericho's trying to get Steel back, because he knows he can have a good feud with Punk. Maybe.
Yeah.
Apparently, that's a rumor that Jericho is lobbying for Steel back, which which is so weird. Okay, so I'll just, for those who have asked about CM Punk, Steel, the belief among those we've spoken with is that Steel was expected to return in conjunction with Punk next month. Why? I don't know. Yeah. However, the story making way around backstage to Dynamite. Okay, you said this. Opposite sides of the discussion. One person believed MJF replaced him. Yeah, it was interesting that MJF was on there because I did not expect to see him on there. No. We do know that Impact Wrestling sources noted today that they had interest in bringing in Ace Steel for a tryout. And when the invitation was passed on several weeks ago, their belief was that meant he was AEW or WWE bound.
Oh, we don't want him in WWE.
Who would? He's never been in WWE, has he?
Yeah, no, we don't want him in WWE either. So that
no. I'm saying before he went to AEW, he's never been in WWE, right?
Not as far as I'm aware, no.
Unless he was under a new. Well, granted, again, I never knew who Ace Steel was until this, so like. Yeah. He could have been in WWE.
I mean, he could have been. Yeah, there's his options, but yeah, no, I've never heard of him being in WWE. Never. So yeah, I don't know what's going on there. No. So yes, that's what it is then. So so it looks like then the MJF's replaced Punk for a minute then. That's great because Punk's kicking off again.
I'll never understand that, man.
No, yeah, over Ace Steel as well. That's ridiculous. Over bloody Ace Steel. Christ alive.
I'm texting that to my chat right now. I will never understand this man.
No. Yeah. So yeah, it's quite a weird one. That one is. Yeah. Right. Well. Yeah. What's your? So yeah, I'll say this as well. Then. So obviously, then they're going to be airing at 8 p.m. On a Saturday. Now, obviously, I was bringing this one up earlier on, and a lot of other people have said as well, is for most of the, I think it's half the year or something, is it? They've got Monday night, they've got college football, sorry.
Yeah, from September to, I mean, it's kind of slows down in like the first week of December.
Yeah.
I mean, there are still games after that, but like nothing like full day, you know.
No, yeah. There's also some talks as well that obviously the WE is now under endeavor to try and counter Collision. Now we might end up having what they'll do is they'll do alternate weekends. So you'll have a UFC pay-per-view on one weekend, say, the month. You'll then have you'll then have a WWE pay-per-view on the same day, on another weekend, basically. Yeah. And then the weekend after that, you'll have an NXT pay-per-view. That's you'll have 3 things under the Endeavor brand, like, on there. So they'll only be free for 1 week, for one Saturday, like, not opposed by anything. Because, of course, all the WWE and UFC pay-per-views normally start at, like, 8 p.m. I know, obviously, before we came on air, we were having a discussion about this, and you said, oh, yeah, obviously it depends where they are, and it might go all right and stuff. But, you know, the thing is if you imagine it, come April time, they're going to get slaughtered going up against WrestleMania.
Yeah, I mean, this is like, I don't know how this is going to work, honestly, because it's like you don't want to touch WrestleMania. You're also going. I mean, think about it. Think about all the big, crazy events that are on college, or that are on Saturdays. You got the Final Four in college basketball. You got the what is it? College football year round. That's the college football playoff is a Saturday always. The first round or the semifinals. What else? I mean, everything. WWE pay-per-views. Sometimes the NFL puts Saturday games on. Yeah. So, and then I don't know if Christmas when Christmas falls this year, but like, what are you gonna do there?
Yeah, that's gonna be fun, isn't it? But
Christmas is on a Monday. Okay, I mean, okay, they can get away with that, but
but no, it's gonna be it's gonna be ridiculous, really, a little bit, isn't it? I would say.
And I mean, during the summer month and like I guess the super cold months, like January, because college football ends in January.
Yeah.
So I mean, I guess from like January to April ish, it's gonna be cold and there's gonna be really nothing on Saturday. Well, you got the XFL too.
You got the Rumble as well. Don't forget, in January. You don't want to compete.
Well, I'm talking about like just people being like, because like in the summer people won't want to go out. You know. Yeah. I don't know.
I don't think they're going to do very, very well in the ratings wise on a Saturday. I don't think at all that they're going to do very well. It's going to be one of the lowest rated shows for AEW, I think. Attendance as well, especially things like WrestleMania weekend and stuff like that. They are going to struggle, like Mania weekends and the big pay-per-view weekends. I think they're going to struggle big time.
Yeah, and also, like I said, if you're doing Full Gear on a Saturday to avoid the NFL.
Yeah, then that's going to be fun, isn't it? Unless they make the 2-hour collision as Full Gear Collision, it could be some of that. So it's just a version of Collision, but it's Full Gear instead, or whatever.
Yeah, or they just don't put on a show that week. Can they even do that? I don't know.
I don't know, because of course they've got a deal now, haven't they, with Warner Brothers? Well, I think they've got to do it every week. So yeah, it's going to be fun. Because I don't think they can even pre-tape either. Well, even if they pre-taped, they'll have to still put it on a different day. So they'll have to run that probably on the Friday after Rampage or whatever, or just before Rampage.
Yeah, because like you don't want to mess with the NFL willingly, and like
the only way you can see it is basically they do a really long day on the Saturday, and you have your 2-hour collision, and then you then go straight into the pay-per-view afterwards. But then in some cases, if the pay-per-view say 6 hours long, that's 8 hours people have got to sit there for
and also unless they move Full Gear to January and do it on a Sunday, but even then the NFL playoff, I don't know.
I don't know, but it'd be fun to see how it works out. I mean, they've got till June to sort something out, haven't they? June the 17th, I think it is the launch date.
I mean, I'm sure there's a plan. Obviously, they just won't say
you've got to be a plan for it. So but I mean, something's going to come out from it. But right, some other bits and pieces. Then we might as well cover them. We might as well move on then from AEW.
I just will say this: CM Punk is a mess, and I think AEW will be fine without him. Honestly, it's like
I agree.
Honestly, he started causing problems, and that's when it started to go downhill. Now, obviously, MJF leaving didn't help causes.
Yeah,
but and that's not Punk's fault. But still, when you have a guy who had 2 title reigns that didn't even last 10 days, it's like,
yeah, it's ridiculous, isn't it? So
what was it, 5 and 3? Yeah, 5 and 3 days. So 2
Yeah.
reigns lasted 8 days, and it's like I don't know. To me,
Yeah.
this shows that like, because let's say you know how they had all those backstage fights, right?
yeah,
And I know Andrade was trying to get fired, but let's just say Andrade fought Sammy Guevara backstage and they fired Andrade.
yeah,
Andrade could turn around and be like, wait a minute. You didn't fire this guy who took a swing at an EVP,
yeah,
but you're going to fire me. And his goonie bit another EVP and threw a chair, but you're going to fire me?
yeah.
That's a slippery slope at its finest.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. So yeah, it's gonna be quite eventful to see obviously how it works out and whether it's going to be. You never know; things could kick off again, especially on Saturday, especially if they're like just being shoved on there and that. And
then they'll be like, all right, Punk's Monday. We'll move him to Monday. Anybody who doesn't want to work with Punk. And then that's Tuesday. I mean, hey, that's why they scrapped Elevation and Dark, you know?
Yeah. So they put 3 days there, yeah. So that's fine. So,
they had 2 extra days to work with to benefit Punk.
Yeah, fair enough.
I don't know. It's so weird to me that they're like, hey, if you go over to this day, you don't have to work with him if you don't want to. It's like,
yeah, so right.
It's not a good look for
no, it's not. No. Considering as well that, like I said, that they are. Hang on. Sorry. Yeah, I don't know what I was going to say now. Yeah, considering as well that obviously if they are going to stick to this brand split, well, the roster split, and that, so people are going to be like missing out on things because if you think about it, if they're doing it Saturdays and that, yes, that's fine. But then if say the AEW champion is on, is on the Wednesdays, that means anyone on the Saturdays is never going to become AEW champion. Because what they're going to do, they're going to bring in then collision belts or whatever. So you're then going to have collision tag team champions.
Yeah,
stuff like that. And like,
it's just really a mess. It's just like,
yeah.
And honestly, this company, when it first got started, they were blowing WWE out of the water content wise. They really were.
I wouldn't say that.
Well, remember we had Vince led Raw and SmackDown. You got to remember that.
Okay, fair enough.
You got to remember that. And it's like you're looking at it, it's like, wow, AEW is much better. But then, well, like I said, when they first started, because they had a small roster and they were only showcasing the biggest stars, so it's like okay. But then it took a turn. Khan hired everyone, signed everyone, and now it's like, oh. Okay, now Keith Lee aged 30 years while being in AEW.
Yeah, to be fair, he did. I
mean, think about it. Like when they first got started, Jericho, Cody, Omega, the Bucks. It was only the top guys, and it was like, this is a solid roster. It's like okay, and then it's like okay, they brought in Moxley, sure, MJF. I don't even remember who else they brought in, but then it's like. You start bringing in the New Japan guys and the ROH guys, and it's like, hey. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, right. Well, we might as well move on then, might we?
Yeah, let's move on. We spent 25 minutes on AEW. How dare you?
Yeah, we have. Yeah. Right. So let's have a look here then. So some other bits and pieces that were coming down is: have you seen the news about Pat McAfee?
ESPN. Deal.
I think it's a what is it? I can't remember how much it was now. Because the Pat McAfee show is actually moving to ESPN.
Yep.
It's a multi-million-dollar deal. I think somebody told me I said it's 10 mil a year or something like that. I think it is.
I would not be shocked. But if they're going to be on TV, they have to clean up their act.
Yeah, just a little bit. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, it's
and of course they're all grown men. They don't have to be, but they're not clean by any means.
Yeah, here we go. Yeah, so it's it's $10 million a year he's signed for. It is. So so the Pat McAfee show officially signs with ESPN for $10 million a year. However, he leaves a $120 million FanDuel deal behind. So unless he's obviously going to be doing well, I guess. he could easily make that back up, couldn't he, with everything in that? So
Yeah, I mean, well, you got to think about it. His show will probably be on what, TV or streaming.
yeah,
I don't know what FanDuel could offer him in that aspect, because it's not like they have a streaming service. It's not like they have a television show.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
Truthfully, I don't know what they could offer him off the top of my head. Besides the money, of course.
Yeah. Well, obviously, well, he's got a much better deal out of this, hasn't he? Like 10 million a year and stuff like that. Obviously, the show and it's on TV and stuff. So or streaming or whatever.
How many years was the FanDuel one?
It didn't say. All
just 120 over.
Yeah, it just said he leaves behind a $120 million FanDuel deal. So yeah, that's all it says on it. It doesn't actually say anything else. So yeah, for it. But yeah, so that was a bit of good news. So so congratulations to Pat McAfee on that as well. So
I don't know if he's coming back to WWE. And that's
not with that. Well, obviously, if he's on ESPN, he probably won't be able to, will he? If you think about it, because would Fox want to touch him if he's on ESPN? I guess they might.
It doesn't. He's a big enough name where he can kind of do as he pleases, you know.
Yeah, I guess yeah. I mean, it depends whether he even wants to come back. Because if he's getting 10 million,
that's true. Does he want to come back?
Yeah, does he even want to? So yeah, that's the question. Well, that's that one then. Now a bit of other bits and pieces. Then I don't know if you've seen some of my tweets in the past couple of days, but
probably
right. So I've run through some of the bits and pieces of news that I've got, and obviously, I'll try and see what you suggest on it and stuff like that, and see what you think about it. So
I saw the Drew tweet. We'll have to talk about that.
Yeah, we'll talk about that one. So I have been informed that there is a title change coming at Night of Champions. Now, I'm told it's on the male side.
World heavyweight.
Well, no, I'm told it's on the male side of things. So it's not going to be Bianca, and it's not going to be Rhea. Now, the speculation out there is it's going to be Gunther. I can't, but that's the thing. If Gunther drops, that means he's dropping to Ali. That's the speculation. If obviously the title change is still going ahead, and I've been told it's on the male side, because Theory's not defending, is he? I don't think.
As of right now, no.
No. So unless they add Theory in, then the only other option is the tag belts, meaning that Roman and Solo are taking them tag belts.
Listen, I'll say this right now. If Gunther drops the title to Ali at Night of Champions, I will eat my own shoe. Card subject to change. This will not happen. Card subject to change. Anyway, I don't. Isn't Gunther like a month away from the record?
Yeah, he is. Yeah. So it's weird. So I mean, obviously, if they do go ahead with it, then like I said, then it's going to be Gunther or it's going to be the men's tag belts, because that's I've been told. Well, the way it was worded was, don't be surprised if somebody drops. Don't be surprised if somebody / S, or somebody's drop their titles at drop their title at Night of Champion, and then get elevated into something bigger.
Oh, elevation, AEW. Oh.
No, and get elevated into something bigger. Now, the reason why it's coming from Gunther as well, the reason why it's coming from Gunther is the next bit of news, which I was actually going to bring up, is Gunther's name has been brought up to be in Money in the Bank for it, basically.
Yeah, I mean, but by the time Money in the Bank comes around, he can drop the title and still have the longest reign. I don't know.
I don't know, but yeah, obviously we'll find out when it comes to Night of Champions. So that's that one. Now, also as well, it's come down that DIY, which is obviously Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano, they are due a push immediately after Night of Champions, leading into Money in the Bank. Now, I'm being told that the match basically that's being planned is looking likely for SummerSlam at the moment, and they're looking to do DIY versus Sammy and KO. Now,
so then Roman and Solo wouldn't win.
Well, no, because the way that I was described it as, because I said, is it going to be like, why are they doing that one for? And the way it was described as it's going to be era versus era for NXT. It's the two different eras of NXT. Because, of course, Sammy and KO was one era of NXT, weren't they, if you think about it?
And then, they both
technically the same era?
Yeah, well, that's the way, 2.0.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't really make any sense if Roman and Sami are taking the belts, but then again, that one then leads into SummerSlam again. The match which I'm hearing for SummerSlam is Roman and Solo versus the Usos. Now, do they do that for the titles?
Wait, Roman won't, man. Start defending your world titles, man.
He's not. So yeah. So no. So it's
why.
Well, this the thing is. The rumors are is that he's going to defend the world titles at Money in the Bank. So that's in the middle of things,
so.
and then at SummerSlam, then it's then going to be what will happen at Night of Champions will lead to Roman challenging the Usos for SummerSlam, basically. So it's going to be Roman and Solo versus the Usos at SummerSlam. They want to do it at SummerSlam because it's the bigger stage, they reckon, and obviously where it'd be like the Bloodline against each other, it's bigger to do it then than it is to do it in the UK.
Or you just do this when Roman drops the world title.
Yeah, but that's going to be a while. That is.
That's true.
That's going to be a while. Talking about Roman then as well is after SummerSlam, Roman is going on hiatus for a little bit. Now,
hold on.
Yeah.
You have to be fully committed to something before you go on hiatus.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he's
been in and out of hiatus already. Yeah. But I digress. Continue.
The way it's been set, the way it is basically I've been told that Roman will go on hiatus post SummerSlam. Now he will be working between the Royal Rumble and WrestleMania 40 more as a full-time sort of thing.
Define full-time. That's what I want to know.
Well, full-time, when they say that, it will mean a lot more SmackDowns and sort of the pay-per-views and that in between. However, though, this side of things, it's going to be Roman is scheduled to work the Saudi event in October. So basically, he's going to leave after SummerSlam for it, which will be, August. He'll then be back for the Saudi show in October. So that'll be September and a little bit of October there. It'll be off for. It'll be the rest of August, all of September, and then like a little bit of October for the Saudi show. And then he's also doing Survivor Series. Then after Survivor,
he has to do Survivor Series. I would think.
Because Survivor Series this year is different. Survivor Series is meant to be faction warfare this year.
Again? No.
Yeah, it's going to be faction warfare. Yeah, that's what they're planning on this year is faction warfare. So it'll be war games, obviously, as normal. But rather than like brand versus brand, it's going to be faction warfare. That's what I've been told.
Sorry to anybody listening with headphones. I just screamed. You're gonna.
Yeah. So
apologize in advance.
So he's really then going to be taking off then after Survivor Series through to the Rumble, which again is like going to be like 2 months or whatever it's going to be. But the thing is though is he's taking the hiatus, all the hiatus times all the way up to WrestleMania 40 with the titles. So he's going to be taking the titles and going. Now, what they are doing is to fill the void within that time frame of him being off. Is they're then going to elevate up the World Heavyweight Championship and use that one obviously then like to fill the void, and then obviously then you're going to have like your big main players as well for the IC title, the US title, and other things as well that they're going to be doing. Like some big names in that will obviously come on in, and there's going to be some big returns and stuff like that ready for it, and that on the road to cover basically after SummerSlam. A couple of names as well are also coming back as well, and also coming up from NXT. I've been told that Ilya Dragunov is coming in after SummerSlam, and he will be joining Imperium. Yeah, that's planned for after SummerSlam. Now then we're going on to the news then that you wanted to talk about. So Drew McIntyre. So what I've had sent down to me then is that he's rumored to be signing a new deal. It's been described as a big deal. Now, the last I heard...
30 years? No, I'm sorry.
Well, the last thing that I heard on that was that it would be a guaranteed title run. And that would be the thing. So it'd be a guaranteed World Heavyweight Championship title run. So I'm guessing maybe he takes that after, I don't know, takes that later in the year or something and has a run with it, a couple of months run with it or whatever, if it's to do with that. So that's what it is. Unless they give him it next year. So say he wins it at Mania next year or something. So he gets that Mania moment in front of crowds this time.
I've been waiting for that.
Hmm.
Like have
I
a
mean,
heel Drew McIntyre win the Rumble. Like,
yeah, I mean that could work or whatever, something like that.
is there any chance he's McIntyre's? Is there any chance he's Owens and Zayn's partner on Monday?
I don't think so personally. I personally think the one which we're going to get is it's either going to be Ali to fall in line with the storylines, or it's going to be Riddle.
That's stupid. Why make
Yeah.
it a mystery if it's not a returning or a debuting?
I mean,
Ali's there. Like
Yeah.
if you wanted to do like Ciampa, like obviously
Yeah.
he's doing the Gargano thing, but
Yeah.
like Ciampa would be like, oh, it's out of left field, but okay, sure,
Yeah.
it's a return, you know.
Yeah.
But it's like, why?
Yeah. I mean, it's I mean, it could kind of like it could be anyone really at the moment, but that's my belief is that one. Yeah. Oh, hang on. Somebody's just come down. Sorry, hang on. I'm just reading something. Someone's just sent me through something. Right. Going back to the CM Punk thing. I've just literally been sent something through. It's Punk's Instagram story. Now it's now in a deleted. It's now a deleted story. So he put it out, then he deleted it. Now this is what it is. Bear with me. I'm going to read it off. So it says, right. This is from CM Punk. It said it was. Hang on. It was a. Yeah.
Let me see if I can find. I'm going to try and find it too.
Yeah.
Hold on.
So it's. Look, everyone, Brian Alvarez doesn't like it when misinformation, internet trolls make up rumors about him. So please stop making up rumors and stories for clicks. While Brian makes up rumors and stories for clicks, okay? He's married, for God's sake. By God, that man has a family. Brian Alvarez, shut the fuck up and stop talking about me challenge day one.
What does he mean? My challenge day one? What's that mean?
No, he's saying shut the fuck up and stop talking about me. So basically, he's trying to, he's basically telling Alvarez to shut up, basically.
But what's the challenge day one thing?
No, he's just saying it's like a little thing like, oh yeah, I like challenge day one. So it's like, oh yeah, so I'm challenging you to shut up and that. Yeah, a bit like that. So
is this guy coming back to AEW? I don't understand.
No idea.
It only took 2 minutes for someone to screenshot it.
Yeah.
This is just,
Yeah, I know it's weird, isn't it? So yeah, I'm just replying.
It's just chaos over there.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. So yeah, obviously, I reckon there's a good storyline behind it that's coming on in. So
I think he spelled his name wrong too. So insult to injury.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. So yeah,
I'm pretty sure he spelled his last name wrong, but
Yeah, he probably has. Yeah. Right. Well, yeah.
He's married, for God's sake.
Yeah.
What?
I don't.
It's out there, but it's kind of funny just when you think about it.
Yeah.
That man has a family. By God, that man has a family.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, it's yeah. Well, yeah. So we might as well then bring up some more bits and pieces. Then whilst you're still reading that, so right. So Becky and Trish feud will continue through till SummerSlam as well.
Yeah. Back. And this is the last thing I'll mention about this.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
The June. Sorry, I'm going to my
17.
calendar here. No. Well, for us, June 21st show could be very interesting.
Could be. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's the next Wednesday after.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we'll probably bring in some stuff up about that, won't we? Really? So.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna have to.
I'm
gonna go out of my way to watch that show.
Yeah, fair enough.
I think I can.
Yeah.
I think I'm around.
I won't be, so that'd be all up to you then. So.
Why are you not around? What are you doing?
Well, I don't get AEW Live over here. Not unless I pay for Fight TV, and I'm not paying for bloody Fight TV to watch something for one day, which I don't really want to watch. So, what's that face for anyway?
Stop being so cheap.
No, I'm all right.
You won't buy me anything on the company credit card. You won't buy AEW.
No.
But when homie needs a sandwich, magically it pops up.
Yeah, no. message him every day, like, yeah, I'm going down to the shop.
Listen,
So yeah.
listen. You know it's a problem when he knows the woman at the shop's name by heart. Okay, I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah,
That's
okay,
a
yeah,
problem.
we'll leave it at that. So yeah.
That's a problem.
Yeah, it is. Well, moving swiftly on from that then. So yeah, so as I was saying then, so Becky and Trish are meant to be continuing through to SummerSlam. So how I can see it going is, as people described it earlier, is Trish beats Becky in Saudi, I would say.
Makes the most sense.
Yeah, so Trish beats Becky in Saudi. Becky gets entered into the Money in the Bank ladder match. She climbs the ladder. Trish shows up, takes Becky out, sets up SummerSlam, basically. Sets up SummerSlam rematch. Becky gets a win back. Trish leaves. That's the easiest. That's the way which I can see it, really, from it.
Yeah.
That makes the most sense out of all of it. Cody versus Brock number 3 is planned for SummerSlam as well. That's been planned in for then. Probably a stipulation. I'm going to probably say Hell in a Cell. I reckon that's how Triple H likes to end feuds.
The match at double or nothing.
Yeah.
The match at Night of Champions has to be a stipulation.
Well, I don't know. They haven't actually announced the stipulation yet, have they? And of course, next week's the Go Home show. Next Monday's the Go Home show. So unless they're doing it then, I mean, Cody and Brock are like showing up together to sign a contract or whatever for it. So whatever it is on Raw. So I mean, unless they're obviously just making it normal. So then, Brock. Because who won the last one? Cody won the last one, didn't he? So I reckon Brock wins this next one.
If it's going on, yeah.
Yeah. And then, as somebody else to me said, because Cody's name's been mentioned for Money in the Bank. So, unless then Cody's then in Money in the Bank, Brock shows up at Money in the Bank. But
Brock
then again,
cost them, yeah.
Yeah, but this is the thing: are they going to fly Brock out to the UK? Because of course, Money in the Bank's in the UK. That's the thing. Is Brock going to come out to the UK? Just to come out and take out Cody. That's the thing, because that's one hell of a flight for him.
Brock speaks one. He's got a private jet.
Oh yeah, good point. Yeah. Yeah, I guess.
Brock speaks one language.
Yeah, money. Yeah. I guess. Yeah, they paid him money for it. He's done it. So yeah, comes out, takes out Cody, sets up SummerSlam, maybe Hell in a Cell or something. Because, like I said, Triple H likes to use Hell in a Cell to end feuds. Yeah. Triple H.
You saw his interview with McAfee, right?
Yeah.
It was like last year.
Yeah.
He's like, I was set to retire after COVID. He's like, well, why'd you come back? And he just went like this. He's like, Brock speaks one language. If you hit Brock's number, Brock will do whatever.
So I mean, it's quite possible that he comes over and he screws Cody out of Money in the Bank and stuff. So
I mean, Brock went to Saudi before without a match. Remember? 2019.
Yeah, I think so. Was it then?
Yeah, when he had the briefcase and he was trying to. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He went over there and took a couple curb stops from Seth.
Yeah.
If you throw the right number at him, he'll do it.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, valid point. Yeah. So I reckon that's how they're going to do it. It'll be Night of Champions. Brock will beat Cody this time or whatever, and then Cody will enter Money in the Bank. Brock will take him out at Money in the Bank, and then sets up SummerSlam. Basically, that's how they do it. That's the most logical way of them doing it as well for it. Going into Money in the Bank, so there's 4 names confirmed for the Money in the Bank ladder match. Now, this year,
confirmed.
Confirmed. Right, I have 4 confirmed names here. Right.
Did WWE confirm it?
No, they haven't. It's me confirming it, and a couple of others as well. Now, this year, they're looking to do an 8-man ladder. It's going to be an 8-man ladder match this year.
Isn't it usually?
No, it's normally 6. It's normally 6.
It wasn't 8 last year with Theory?
No, I don't think it was. I think it was 6 last year.
Wait, no. Theory wasn't last year. No, was Theory last year?
The last one, which wasn't the normal, was 6th, and then the 7th came out, and the 7th was Theory. Because Theory was the surprise 7th. That's the last time it was that one.
I'm going to check that right now.
Yeah, check it.
I think they had more.
It could have been, yeah. Well, this year, then, they're aiming for an 8-man ladder match. Now, 4 names which I've had as 100% confirmed for the match is Damian Priest. He's the first name confirmed for it. LA Knight is confirmed for it. Bobby Lashley and Matt Riddle is confirmed. So at the minute, so that's 2 from Raw, 2 from SmackDown, basically in there. Now there's 5 other names which are floating around at the moment. Obviously, they're not all going to make it in there because it's going to be an 8-man. So the 5 other names floating around for it is Cody, which would make sense to set up the Brock match. Gunther, Finn Balor, Chad Gable, and Edge.
Chad Gable?
Yeah, Chad Gable, because he's due to be getting a push, and an Edge. So that's the 5 names. But obviously, well, it's the thing. Obviously, not all 5 of them are going to make it in because obviously they're going to want to split it as well. So you have 4 from Raw and 4 from SmackDown. And then as well, they're also then gonna. There's 5 of them there, and obviously, if there's an 8-man ladder, then one of them's gonna have to be took out from it. Yeah.
All right, so we were both wrong.
Okay, right.
Last year there were 7 people heading into the Money in the Bank ladder match: McIntyre, Riddick Moss. I'll just say it: Omos, Riddle, Zayn, Rollins, Sheamus. Then Theory came into play.
All right, okay, yeah. All right, yeah. So this year, so it's going to be an 8-man from the start, and and like I said, so that's the name. So so those 4 originally then. So Priest, LA Knight, Lashley, and Riddle are confirmed for it, and then those other names then are basically floating around as names to potentially put in there. We'll obviously know a bit more after Night of Champions once that comes down. So what did you think on those names? Is there anyone obviously who you would change out from there? Is there anyone?
LA Knight, get him out of there. Listen, I'm not an LA Knight guy.
I know that. Yeah,
no. I mean, I like Chad Gable came out of nowhere, but I wouldn't mind that. You said Riddle. I guess Seth won't be involved because he'll be champion, or
whatever.
Or he'll be filming more fight scenes against Captain America.
Yeah, which we'll go into in a minute. Yeah.
Good for him. Good for him, though. Mm-hmm. I saw that tweet. I said, "Good for you, Rollins."
Yeah.
That man met me 3 years ago.
Yeah, fair enough.
Not the other way around. No, Seth Rollins will be in Captain America 4, aka Captain America New World Order. Sorry, I had to do that. It's just come on. Now, how much of a role he will have, I can't imagine it's a big one, but it's clearly in costume. No, I can't say costume. It's clearly in uniform on set. Yeah. So clearly I think he's going to be one of Harrison Ford's bad guys. So
looking at it, there's a video going around somewhere as well. There's a video. I can't remember who posted it. I've seen it going around today. Somebody's posted a video of him actually in the scene that he was filming for. I haven't seen it in full, but there's a bit of a video going around of it. So
that's sick news for him, though. And if this is his test into Hollywood,
go for it. Yeah,
good for you.
Yeah,
good for you, my man.
Yeah, obviously, well, going into that as well. Actually, I might as well bring this one up. Is there's been a few murmurs going around that WWE might be a little bit dubious about putting the title on Seth, because obviously, if he's going to keep disappearing to the Marvel Cinematic, Marvel and stuff, is he going to be around to hold that title? Now, the 2 options here is either they give him a really short reign and he gets cashed in at SummerSlam, like what the original plan was, or they give it to AJ. And literally, AJ Styles just holds that title.
Yeah.
It was the first one. That's the thing. I mean, they might still put it on Seth, and he just gets cashed in on at SummerSlam. So what would that be? That'd be a 2-month reign, basically, for that one. But that World Heavyweight Championship is going to get hot potato around anyway. They're not going to keep it on like somebody like Roman, like just who's going to have like years and years reign or whatever. It's going to be hot potato around quite a lot. It's going to be like the TNT Championship, really, changing hands every week or whatever, or every couple of weeks.
Oh, they'll be changing it a lot.
Yeah, that would be So for that one. Well, that's everything. Obviously, then like this side, sort of news wise. You said you wanted to bring up the NXT stuff. So sort of what sort of NXT? What was it about NXT you want to bring up about, like when it pay-per-view or something you said earlier on?
PW Insider is saying August 12th for their next pay-per-view. That is after Battleground. I imagine this is the last pay-per-view before Halloween Havoc.
They know. Hang on, then. They normally do them then around SummerSlam weekend. So is that when SummerSlam is then?
It's the week after SummerSlam.
Ah, right. Okay, yeah. August 12th.
So,
you said. August 12th. You said.
Yeah, August 12th.
That's my birthday. So there's an NXT pay per view on my birthday then.
I wonder why that day gives a bad taste in my mouth.
Yeah. So that's
dark day in history. But
yeah,
August 12th, and then I imagine that's the last pay-per-view before Halloween Havoc.
I would have thought so, yeah.
Yeah, interesting.
I wonder whether there's going to be. I wonder whether there's going to be actually anyone kind of on then, and like who might be getting called up. So maybe that'll be like their last pay per view or anything like that. Then they're going to come on up and stuff, and that, or whether we're going to have a whole brand new roster in there by then. Obviously, like new champions and everything or whatnot. That's the thing is, do they come up after Night of Champions or do they come up after SummerSlam? When do they pull the plug on it?
Well, okay. Well, I think Braun Breaker's staying put on NXT. Because I think Cora and Roxanne are going to be in the finals.
Yeah.
And I think Cora is going to win.
Yeah, probably. And then, of course, then they want to keep Braun and Cora together. So that makes sense, doesn't it, really? So do they call up Mello then? Do you reckon Carmelo comes up? Maybe they put the belt back on maybe they put the belt back on Braun.
I don't think they do that. I think Mello was chasing it for so long to have it for a month or 2 months.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Yeah, I mean, actually, this is one thing I wanted to bring up because there was a conversation about this earlier on one of the places which I'm part of on here. The NXT North American Championship. Do you reckon Tony D'Angelo takes it and they dethrone Wesley? Or do you think they keep it on Wesley?
Wait, D'Angelo? No, it's not D'Angelo. It's Wesley, Tyler Bate, and
I thought I seen D'Angelo.
Wesley, Tyler Bate, and
hang on. Let me go into thingy. Hang on, let me check it.
I watched it last night. What am I doing?
They were talking about this. Hang on, let me just see if I can. Hang on. People were talking about it earlier on, and I was like, and I came up with it. Oh, hang on, yeah. So it's oh, hang on. Also, as well, NXT's announced within the last hour that for Battleground they're doing a last man standing match between Dijak and Ilya Dragunov. That's come down as well.
Wow.
So so that's come down. Yes,
I think Dragunov has to win that one. I think.
Probably, yeah. So that's the last man standing match between those two for Battleground. That's just come down. Let me just try and find it a minute. Hang on. They were definitely people were definitely talking about it earlier. I'm sure I seen D'Angelo's name mentioned. I'm sure I did.
I think you're going crazy.
Let me just have a quick look. Was it announced on NXT last night? Because I didn't watch NXT against
the triple threat. Yeah, wait, hold on. NXT Battleground 2023.
Yeah, have a look.
See how prepared we are, folks.
Yeah, we don't have to prepare anything like this, That's why we're on cut. See?
All right, and I know as soon as I see this name, I'm going to be furious. All right, Carmella vs. Bro Breakker, Roxanne Perez or Tiffany versus Corded, Noam Dar versus Dragon Lee. Good lord. Oh yeah, that's for the Heritage Cup. Dragunov versus Dijak, last man standing. Wesley versus Tyler Bate versus Joe Gacy.
Oh, Joe Gacy, that was it. Yeah, Joe Gacy. That was the name. Sorry, yeah, it wasn't Tony D'Angelo. That's why I got it wrong. Gacy. Do you reckon then they're going to put it on Gacy or whatever, or what?
I mean, what? Wesley won it in December? No, he won it before that. He won it at Halloween Havoc, didn't he?
Yeah.
Huh.
So do you reckon that because he's had a bit of a reign with it, do you reckon they take it off him now, or what? Really?
I know he. Let me see if I can find out. If he's the longest reigning champion, because maybe I should do history. No, reigns. This stupid site.
Yeah.
So Sakawa references. Okay, here we go. NXT North American Champion. I hate this website. North American Professional Wrestling. No, I don't want that. NXT North American. I'm right back to where I started. Good lord. The reigns. Wesley is the current champion in his first. I just need to. Okay, there have been 17 reigns. Inaugural champion. Velvet. Oh well. I think they're gonna want to tape. I think they're gonna want to get this record sponged. Velveteen Dream. What Velveteen Dream is the longest reigning champion
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, they're probably going to
at 231 days or 209, depending on how you look at it. Wesley. Well, all right. Let me go to WWE.com then, because I feel like they would want Wesley to break that record before.
More than likely, I would have thought
So
so.
it's 200. WWE title history. It's 209 days according to WWE because of the tape delay and all that. You know. Let me see. Sorry, folks. Intercontinental, NXT. All right, we're getting somewhere, folks. Kinda, sorta.
We are so prepared, aren't we, guys?
There we go. North American Championship. Oh, okay. So Wesley is currently at, according to the WWE, 206 days. Now,
what will he be after Battlegrounds? That'll be.
I mean, they're 10 days out from 11 days out from Battleground.
Yeah.
So that's 217. But I mean, it depends what record they count, because Velveteen was two. Let me see what it said again. Okay. NXT North American title. My site went away. Okay. Is defended the inaugural champion Adam Cole. History. NXT. Can't believe Carmelo Hayes didn't have it for that long. I thought he did. Oh, wait. Oh, here we go. Oh, I finally got the reigns. Finally.
Right.
Okay. So officially on Wikipedia.
Yeah.
It says days recognized 209 Velveteen Dream.
So if they take it off him at Battleground, then he would become the longest reigning champion.
He would.
Yeah. So
by the time the next NXT rolls around, he will be.
Yes. So do you reckon they're going to give it to Casey? That's the question.
I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to it. Joe Gacy's doing good work. He's kind of distanced himself from the Diab. Okay, WWE taped 2 endings for the match, one with Gargano retaining and the other with Dream winning. The latter was revealed as the true result when the episode aired on tape delay on February 20th. The date WWE recognizes for Dream's reign. So it was when it aired. So, yes, Wesley will be.
Yeah. So do you reckon then that they're gonna? Well, so you reckon then they're gonna give it to Gacy? Do you or what? Or I reckon they might.
I think Wesley would be great on the main roster.
Yeah. Well, either call him up, or he goes after the NXT Championship instead. So that could be an interview.
That's true too. But Hayes is a face. I don't. If Hayes was a heel, I'd say Wesley could be next in line, but. Well, him and Tyler Bate are kind of beefing now, Wesley, because they were good. They were friends, but now Tyler Bate wants a shot because he's in the triple threat, and Wesley's said on the way out, "I thought I could trust you, man."
Yeah. So I mean, there is options there. I mean, I can personally see them putting it on Gacy. Personally,
yeah, I could see it too.
Yeah,
like Wesley and Tyler Bate have a moment, and then that costs both of them.
Yeah, it could be that, can it? Yeah, and so they kind of do it that way. Yeah, that's what I can see. Is it maybe they take it off Wesley at Battleground, because then that will also be a moment as well. That'll be a talking point, won't it? As well after Night of Champions and stuff. So which they can do, because of course they're gonna want a moment after Night of Champions, aren't they, to really talk about it as well on that day with 2 pay-per-views back to back. next
Yeah.
weekend. That's going to be.
I mean, they gotta.
need it
I mean,
for.
I don't. Here's the thing. I don't think. I mean, they are crowning a new women's champion, sure.
Yeah.
The tag team. I don't know if those will change hands. It's the Gallus brothers versus Creed. I'm sorry, Gallus versus the Creed brothers. I don't know if they put the belts on the Creeds again.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. If anything, I can see them changing the North American title over. That's probably the only one. Obviously, then with the new women's champion as well, I can see that one as well coming up. So yeah, that's my personal opinion on that one. But yeah, but anyway, well, that's everything. Obviously, that I wanted to cover today. Is there obviously anything you want to bring up? Because we're on the hour now, so
very newsworthy show. Interesting.
Yeah, would you? Yeah, we haven't even had to cover any of the shows today.
Masked Singer final tonight. Xero. Who's winning? Go.
No idea. Probably.
Give me your opinion, man.
Medusa.
Really? See, I say it's McCall.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, I
Well,
think.
we'll see
And I know
tomorrow.
who McCall is. No, tonight. Well, I'll see tonight.
Yeah. So yeah, okay, yeah. Well, yeah, you'll find out tonight. I'll find out tomorrow. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm going with McCall. I'm rocking with. I'm like 50-50. I'm guessing final winners, right?
yeah.
But Masked Singer did get renewed for season 10, so you people are stuck with me for another season.
Yeah, we know. Yeah, you know. Unfortunately, everyone, I'm
You
so afraid
can't
to
get
say
rid
that.
of me.
Yeah.
You get a 3-month break, but otherwise, you're done.
See, this is the thing. See, but Bobby's contract with Xero only covers whilst Masked Singer's sort of running because he covers that. So like, you know, so we've got another season now. That's going to be like another year at least. So, you know, we've got you know, so I've got to keep Bobby around, unfortunately, for everyone there. So, you know,
Yeah, you're stuck with me pretty much till the end of 2024, and unfortunately for you people, nobody else wants to review AEW. So
so Bobby needs to do that one as well. So you know, that won't last past 2024.
And now we get to review Collision, baby.
Are you going to start doing that? Are you on a Saturday? No, that's fine. Yeah, no, that's good.
I didn't think you'd have a problem with that.
No, that's fine.
No.
So we can skip that one. Yeah, we can skip that one. Only other thing I wanted to bring up then as well is obviously,
okay, I'll leave it at this. If Collision starts being much, much, much better than Dynamite, I might make the switch.
Fair enough. Yeah.
I'm not saying I will. I'm not saying I won't. But we'll see.
I don't think it will. Not competing with what he's going to compete with. I don't think it will. I think
if Orange Cassidy is on Collision weekly instead of Dynamite, I'll have to make the switch. Same thing with MJF. Same thing with MJF.
Yeah. Well, I read more into that actually. Whilst we've been filming this, I've read more into it. Apparently, the champions will be on both brands. So champions will be doing both brands. So obviously, just the
So the Young Bucks aren't winning those tag titles anytime soon.
Yeah. So yes.
See, that's the interesting thing with Omega, because let's say he wins a singles title. Let's say he wins the TNT title for, let's say, Punk. They've gone out on record and said this. Punk told Omega that night, "My problem isn't with you."
Yeah.
So Punk never had a problem with Omega. Omega was just in the wrong spot at the wrong time.
Yeah, it's just like so.
And got jammed up with Ace Steel. Apparently, if things were a little under control, Punk had no issue with Omega.
Yeah.
That's why Punk didn't go after Omega.
No, so it's like, so do they?
What? And also, Hangman is working Saturdays.
Yeah, so that's the that's next thing as well, isn't it?
They don't like each other, Punk and Hangman. So unless Hangman's just like, whatever, I don't care, you know.
Yeah.
Which is possible. I mean, most grown-ups do that. You don't like all your coworkers.
Yeah. I mean, it's I mean, we have a few of them in Xero and stuff, but we won't name names. So
tell me who doesn't like me.
Everyone.
I'll have it out with them.
No, everyone.
I'll have it out with them. Everyone. All right, let's fight, people.
No, that's fine.
If you want my address, I will give it to you. And I will give it to you. I will give you somebody else's address, not mine.
Yeah, I'll probably get mine somehow. No name. It cost me.
I'll give you Xero. I'll give you zeros. I have no problem doing that.
It docs me and find that one. One other
Oh,
thing
wait,
as well.
Zero does have my. No, you don't have my address.
No, I don't.
Aha.
No.
I messaged our BCW dude separately.
Yeah, we'll do. Yeah. So, right, one other thing as well, which I wanted to bring up. You're not obviously aware of this yet, and I was going to mention it later on tonight. It's Xero related. Now, I know that they are listening, so I need to bring this one up. Renee, obviously, who works with us, she's left us basically.
Again?
Yeah, but this time it's health-related issues. She will not be back, basically.
Never mind.
Yeah, so she won't be back. She's going to still keep supporting us and everything, and obviously still be going on to it. But due to health issues, Renee has unfortunately now left Xero. So
did she put that in the chat?
no, she messaged me privately, and I'm.
Okay. Because I was like, I definitely would have remembered. No. Okay.
I was going to bring this up tonight after Uncut because I wanted to, because I know Renee listens to Uncut, so I was going to
feel better, Renee.
Yeah. So, I did say that one to her and that, and she's going to still keep supporting Xero and everything like that and everything. So our NXT coverage for the minute, if anyone obviously likes enjoying that one at the minute, that's unmanned at the moment because Renee normally does that one. But I do believe that when Viper comes back from his leave, he will potentially be picking up NXT for us anyway as well. So we should have
if you can't find anybody, I think I'm free on Tuesdays starting like middle of June, but I don't know how long.
No, that's fine. No, I mean,
that's the only problem.
Yeah, no, we have got things for it, but so I just wanted to say, obviously, I thought I'd say it on air and everything because, like I said, because she does listen. So yes, Renee, get well soon. It's going to obviously be a shame. It's going to be a shame and everything like that you have left and that. And it is a you were a great asset to the team and everything like that. So for it.
Get better
get better.
We see you back down the line.
You might. Yeah, she might obviously come back at some point, but obviously for the minute, she's like I said, she messaged me a couple of days ago, and I've been silent for a couple of days and that. But I wanted to obviously mention it tonight on Uncut.
I knew. I knew nothing about this. So she messaged me. When was it? Let me just load up the message. It was actually yesterday. Sorry, she messaged me yesterday. So I've been silent since then. And I thought I'd bring it up on Uncut because, like I said, Renee does listen to Uncut. So there we go, Renee. You 100% should. Yeah, as long as she's cool with it.
Yeah. So that's fine. So that's obviously a shame, but it's fine now. So again, good luck in whatever you do next, Renee, and stuff like that, obviously, and good luck in the health.
Feel better, most importantly,
So I obviously won't go into further details over it, but that's that. But no, so anything that you wanted to bring up or anything on the stream or?
I'm seeing Fast and Furious this weekend. That review will be out in a couple weeks. I'm not sure when. My editor's gone rogue on me. What else is new? It's a daily thing at this point.
I
just that guy's a lunatic, but wait, wrong way.
Both the same.
There was one time I was recording and I was like, make sure you and I was like, I hope my editor leaves that in there. I really do.
Don't worry, I'll believe it
in there.
Don't worry, I'll be leaving this in here tonight. So I'll be leaving this in here today. So as per normal, then hit that like button and subscribe to both this one and to Bobby's breakdowns. Like Bobby said, then he's got his fast
10.
Fast 10.
And should I give a spoiler alert or?
Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert.
No. I'm saying, should I say it or like
the
spoiler? All right. If you're gonna see Fast and now this news broke last week, so I mean, it's been out there. I haven't seen the movie yet, but if like I said, if give me 20 seconds, okay, right now. If you smell, he's back. apparently. That's the rumor. That's the hot rumor that The Rock is back in Fast and Furious. So we'll see. All right. That's it. You're good. No more on that.
So no.
But I'll be excited if that happens. I will.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. So that's basically. So that's everything in this week. Then I think. Oh, one other thing as well that I have heard that I wanted to bring up. Just a quick thing is I think I mentioned this to you earlier. There's some talks. It's not 100% confirmed. There's nothing locked in at the moment, but there's talks of WWE shows in Dubai, which they want to do. Potentially a pay-per-view each year, starting from it'd be 3 years and stuff like that for it. But they also want to do some shows there. It'd be like maybe a couple of house shows or a SmackDown and Raw and stuff like that there. Now, if they do end up doing a pay-per-view there, it's been from the information I've received, it's meant to be 150 to 200 million per show. Basically, they're going to be getting paid, which is going to smash that Saudi deal right out of a thingy. So imagine those paydays for those people who do that. Basically,
Goldberg's about to come back. Goldberg's like, what?
Yeah, you'll be seeing Brock in Dubai every time, right? Yeah, with those paydays.
Brock would move there. Brock would be like,
yeah.
Who else? Like, the amount of people they could get, like, Goldberg. I get Goldberg is a good example, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, hey, Goldberg, you want to wrestle in Dubai? No, thank you. 10 million.
You'll probably see a lot of celebs there. You'll probably have like Bad Bunny. You'll probably end up having Logan Paul. Stuff like
maybe McAfee.
Paying big money for that one. But I will just re-emphasize on that one that is just a rumor going around at the moment. Only if there's been a few talks in that backstage at WWE about that for it. I
was just the craziest name just popped into my head. Hey, Ric Flair, you want to wrestle in Dubai? Nah, I don't think so. That's 10 million time. I'm back, baby.
Yeah.
One last match. That's right.
Make it 12 and I'll bleed.
I gotta pay my bills.
Yeah, the big 12 million I'll bleed. One other thing as well, because people have been asking, Eric Young. I've received some information. Eric Young is actually back in the company. He's working as a producer at the moment, backstage. So he's actually working. Yeah, he's working as a producer at the moment. There's not to say that he's going to stay in that role. He could potentially be back on TV, but for the moment, he is working as a producer backstage and that, and just basically helping out and stuff. And so he's got a role like that backstage at the moment. So so that's a bit of news there for it. So well, that's everything this week. There's nothing else obviously then to bring up. So another good show. We literally didn't cover any of the shows, but we're obviously just talking about all the news. But again, a worthy week in it. So we've obviously got Saudi Arabia show. Well, we've got Night Champions
Saturday.
Next Saturday, yeah. So next week's show then will be. Oh, you went off. So next week's show then will be that one. Bobby's cut out.
Sorry. I'm getting a phone call, and I usually put my phone on Do Not Disturb, and somehow it made it through.
Oh, but yeah. So as I was saying before I got cut off, then so we might as well do our predictions next week then. For Night Champions, that'll be. I'm
gonna have to look into that. I thought I turned off all calls and texts. That's why I have the iPad here. People text me.
Yeah.
If I'm on Do Not Disturb, it means I'm on a stream.
Yeah. So next week's show then will probably then be Night of Champions predictions and other bits and pieces then.
Yeah. We could also do Battleground predictions.
Probably, yeah, because it's the same weekend. So we'll do Battleground. So next week's show then will again be a different one. It'll be Night of Champions and Battleground predictions, and again covering the news. I am as well going to be arranging some interviews for after Night of Champions if I can do. Get some people back on, because after speaking to a couple of people in relation to the shows, they like the interviews as well that we end up doing with stars and that, because it's always good.
As they should.
And some of the indie stars as well, they message me to turn around and saying, we love the opportunities that you give us from promoting us and everything like that. So,
I'll be the judge if they come on. Okay.
So
they got to go through the head of security.
Okay, yeah. So
the first time you let some random stray on, it didn't go well.
No.
Yes, I'm talking to you, Jay Bougie.
Yeah. I will also say this as well is I spoke to you obviously about this the other day is Wrestle Buddy. One of our partners, we obviously work with Wrestle Buddy. You'll be seeing a lot more of me and Bobby hopefully soon. We are going to be going on to the Wrestle Buddy streams. We'll be going on to Wrestle Buddy streams now. We do believe that is going to be what we arranged was going to be a Saturday. That's when their streams are going to be. It's probably going to be roughly around the same time as this or whatever on a Saturday, maybe a different time. We haven't fully finalized all that yet, but yes, so you'll be seeing us on the Wrestle Buddy streams. It'll be 2 of them and 2 of us, so it'll be a massive stream, basically.
Do we have a date for that yet?
Not yet. I'm still in the process of arranging that. It's probably going to start in June. Probably.
Okay. If it's a Saturdays, I should be good for most part.
I asked you the dates and you said Saturday. I asked you what days.
Saturdays would probably be better because I usually don't go to the movies. Well, and I don't work, so.
Yeah.
I'm not going on vacation. It's July.
If need be, anyway, I'll be on the streams by myself on some of them, so that's not a problem. So,
I'm not letting you embarrass me.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, yeah.
If anyone's gonna embarrass myself, it's gonna be me.
Okay, yeah. I'll fill the viewers in on a bit of that. So, we're going to be going on there. It's going to generally be talking. It's going to be talking about news and stuff like that. It's going to be like how we generally do this show, but obviously with them on it as well. So it'll probably be me it'll be me talking about the news and then them obviously reacting as well, really, to it. So basically just like another version of Uncut, but it's the Wrestle Buddy show, what they want to do. And they also as well, every so often they do quizzes. And it'll be basically Team Wrestle Buddy versus Team Xero. So it'll be us 2 versus them basically in wrestling related quizzes for some of it of a week. So that'll be fun.
This should be chaos, and I'm very competitive.
So that's going to be chaos.
This could get ugly. Saturdays will probably work better for the most part. Yeah.
So, but obviously, what I've said to him is that we'll obviously be tweeting out the streams anyway as well. After we've obviously recorded it, so they'll be on the Xero Twitter account. They'll also be on the Wrestle Buddy one anyway as well. So we'll be doing all that, and probably as well. Bobby will probably do them as well. I'm not sure. It's obviously that's up to him.
Do what? Sorry.
Just retweet the stream.
I don't follow him. I will have to follow him on my account.
Yeah. So
At least I don't think I follow him. I don't know.
I don't know. You might.
I'll have to look into it.
Yeah. So like I said, so it'll be 2 of them and it'll be 2 of us basically on the stream. So that's a bit of thing there as well to add on. So you'll be seeing a lot more of us probably come June time. That'll be arranged for. We're still in the process of finalising all that. That was actually an idea of Wrestle Buddies to team us both up and do a stream so we'll have our Uncut show on the Wednesday, just us basically just doing what we do, and then they're more organised stream on a Saturday because they're a bit more organised than us. So they'll be...
if they're not more organised than us, that's a problem.
That
is a major problem.
Yes. So you'll be seeing a lot more of me and Bobby, unfortunately, for everyone out there. So that's that. So that's everything for this week. We'll see you next week, and then like I said, we'll get after Night of Champions, we'll be doing interviews and stuff like that. And enjoy this week's shows, enjoy whatever, enjoy Mass Singer Tonight, Bobby, and AEW because we're watching them both. Okay.
Last week of double duty for me for a while.
Yeah, last week of double duty, for a little while, for about 3 months, isn't it? So
give or take. Usually the end of September it starts.
That's fine. Well, this is Xero signing out then after another week then.
And I'm Bobby. We'll see y'all later.
We will. Goodbye, everybody.